Good morning, Facebookers, lookers, and lurkers. It's your girl Jen. I think it's Tuesday, February 10th here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I want to talk to you about they've underestimated you. Man, who's underestimated me? You know, we go through life and things continue to happen and people don't understand how you've gotten to the point where you are. You're not qualified, you're too young, you're too skinny, you're too big. You know, you're not attractive enough, you don't have the education, whatever, you've been underestimated, right? But really, it's not about what man says. It's not about what people think or who thinks you're qualified or not. The question is, has God qualified you? So many times and throughout the Bible and throughout history, God has called the unqualified, you know, and he qualifies them himself. And I want to take you back to 1 Samuel chapter 17. And here we're talking about David and Goliath. And I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version or the Jen Notes version, however you want to look at it. We have to understand that David was Jesse's youngest son. He was a shepherd boy. He had 3 other brothers that had gone out to war. You know, everyone thought he was too young. He was not qualified. He wasn't a warrior. He was a shepherd boy. What they failed to remember is that David had slaughtered the bear. He had slaughtered the lion. And he had heard all the commotion about Goliath, how Goliath had been terrorizing and taunting Saul's army for 40 days and 40 nights. And David finally asked the question, why not me? You know, again, you're not qualified. But David said, why not me? And he went ahead and he went down to the river. He got 5 smooth stones and a slingshot. And his response to Goliath was very simple. David had answered Goliath, you come at me with a sword, a spear, and a battle axe. I come at you in the name of the God of the angel armies, the God of Israel's troops, whom curse and mock. This very day, God is handing you over to me. I'm about to kill you and cut off your head, serve your body and the bodies of the Philistine buddies to the crowds and the coyotes. The whole earth will know that there's an extraordinary God in Israel, and everyone gathered here will learn that God doesn't save by means of sword or spear. The battle belongs to God, and he's handing you to us on a platter. And that's my point today, is that no matter what the devil is throwing at you, no matter what the world is throwing at you, you've lost your job, you're getting sick, your kids are acting crazy, your marriage is on the rocks, you know, you may have lost a parent, your best friend, you may have lost several people. We're in the time of a pandemic. It's time that we take it back and we realize the power that's within us. Not because of us, not because we're so deep and wonderful, we're not so strong, but we serve the Almighty God, the God who can do everything but fail. We serve a God that can take over giants, and we need to slay those giants in our lives, be it poor health or poor eating habits, be it poor exercise regimens, be it, again, our kids are acting crazy, whatever it is, it's time to speak to that thing, reclaim your power, and move on. No matter how scary it is, no matter how much bigger, you know, our issues are, it's time that we go ahead and claim who we are and claim the victory in whose we are. Because if we serve the most almighty God, this battle don't even belong to us, it's his. We just got to stand firm and trust that God is going to pull us through. They underestimated David. They've underestimated you too. Who's underestimated you? The world has underestimated you. The devil and his minions have underestimated you. Claim your power. Speak life over your situation. Speak life to yourself. And sometimes it's hard to do. So that's why I encourage you to make sure you have a solid foundation. You don't need a whole lot of friends. You know, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. And right now I want to say special thank you to Miss Eva, because she encouraged me yesterday when I needed it most. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.